Okay, so I am making this video because I'm pissed off. That's really the best way of putting this. Um, and someone may watch this and at the end go, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you would say these things," and ask me if I care. So I'm going to break this down and hopefully give some individuals some education on not just VA loans. This is a VA loan situation, but so it doesn't even matter if it's a VA loan, if it's a FHA loan, USDA, or conventional loan. This would apply to all loan types. So here's the situation. I've got a client that I'm working with, and she's a veteran. Okay? Wonderful, wonderful human being. Served our country so much so to the extent that the VA has deemed her 100% disabled. That's the veteran that I have the honor and the privilege of working with, is someone that served the country so much that she just banged up her body for the freedom that you and I get to walk in on a daily basis. She banged up her body. So she's buying a new home with Starlight Homes, might be called Ashton Woods as the parent company. And I'm pissed. I am so freaking pissed off. The buyer has a very, very good, strong, healthy income, but she's currently on short-term disability. Per not just VA guidelines, but just mortgage guidelines in general. Again, conventional loan, FHA loan, USDA, VA, all of them. You cannot use short-term disability income because it's temporary income. So saying that you can't use unemployment income to qualify as usable income because it's temporary. Okay. Now, Social Security, disability, things like that you can use. In this case, we have VA disability income, can absolutely use that. But she has a full-time job and she goes back to work at the end of May, full-time. So we got an exception because technically the way it works on VA and FHA and even USDA is you have to show 30 days worth of full-time income, or you can use other types of income, variable income, all these other things. But in this case, she's full-time. And so we are supposed to show 30 days of paychecks before closing. So we got an exception because we can get the paychecks prior to her going on short-term disability and show what she was making. We've got the letter from HR saying the same thing, and that she goes back to work on or at the end of this month. So we got an exception to get the paychecks after closing. Okay, doesn't always work out that way. It works out this time. It's wonderful. Starlight Homes has her closing on a particular date before she goes back to work full time. So, like I said, it doesn't matter if it's their preferred lender or if it's me or ABC Mortgage Company or XYZ Mortgage Company. These are not necessarily mortgage company rules. It's a investor rule. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. They're the investors. They write the rules. We just get to tell everybody else what those fun rules are. So I got emails from Starlight Homes, and I might put them in here. I don't care. I'll put them on blast. I don't freaking care. And they're going to charge her a late fee for closing after that closing date. And so I emailed their salesperson, I emailed their closing manager, and I was in discussion with them. And I told them, said, hey, I understand that there's a closing date here, but the doctor pushed her return to work date back. I can't control that. There's not a lender in the world that can control that. And I let them know, and I was being really nice and cordial about this, but I let them know that every lender would run into this. Your preferred lender would run into this. Can't control that stuff. It's outside of our control. They didn't care. Said no. They said, she said, she's got a contract says that she'll close on this date. Yes, I'm fully aware she has a contract. And I even talking to him, I said, I'm hoping in this discussion that you all will be gracious and have a heart for someone that has served our country so much, to the extent, as I've stated earlier, to the extent that she banged up her body for my freedom, for your freedom. She banged up her body, and the VA has deemed her 100% disabled. It's like, this is someone who served our country, and you're not willing to work with her over 7 days. We're not talking about pushing this thing back 2, 3, 4 months. We're talking about pushing it back 7 days. They won't do it. Not at all. So that's Starlight Homes for you. And I'm sure, some people are going to go, oh, that won't be me. They care about one thing and one thing only, the dollar. How much money? So if I can influence and help you all in any way, don't go there. Don't do it. Because if something comes up that is outside of your control, it's outside of the lender's control, they do not care. They don't care about you. They'll tell you they do. Oh, we just love you. We built these homes because we want families to come into this neighborhood and we want them to just grow their family. Bull, you know what? You built the home to make a dollar. You don't care who it affects or impacts. And we're talking 7 days in this case. I would genuinely understand if it was, we're talking about pushing the thing back 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. 7 freaking days. And they're going to charge her a late fee. Starlight Homes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so pissed off, I don't even know what to say. It's just ridiculous to me. Absolutely ridiculous. All right. So just so you all know, unfortunately, I don't get to write the rules. I just have to tell the clients I get to work with what the rules are. Cannot use short-term disability income. You cannot use unemployment income. Anything that is technically temporary, you cannot use it. I wish we could. We can't. It's temporary. It has an expiration date. Permanent income, full-time income, salaried income, those are good to go. Self-employed income, you just got to look at how you've been doing for the last couple of years. All right. I hope you all learned something today. I'm not going to say I didn't learn something from Starlight. Here's what I learned from Starlight Homes today. They do not care about you. They care about the dollar. Think about that if you're going to go look at one of their homes. Have a good day.